Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Hopefully, the sound comes out okay on this video because it's kind of loud here and really windy. So, hopefully, the sound comes out good. So, what I wanted to talk about today was the subject of forgiveness. I know forgiveness is a very difficult thing for a lot of people to do. Just to get started, let me give you a definition of what forgiveness is. So, forgiveness is when you cease to feel resentment against an offender or to give up resentment. It's also pardoning, like to pardon someone, which is to excuse an act without penalty. So, just keep this in mind when you think about forgiveness. It's letting go of that resentment or excusing an act without feeling the need to penalize the person or whatever. So, why is forgiveness so important? Well, if you've left a religion, like many of us have, I left the Jehovah's Witnesses. Um, if you've left a religion, a person, or even a situation, but don't forgive those who are responsible for your pain, your oppression, and all that negativity that comes with what happened to you, you will still never be truly free until you forgive. You would still be shackled to that past. So when you are shackled to that past and you are still holding on and harboring this resentment within yourself, it's another way Satan can continue to influence us. I'm going to read just two scriptures, examples that Jesus gave of how we should forgive. The first one's in Matthew chapter 18 and verse 22. And this is where he was speaking to Peter because Peter wanted to know, how much forgiveness should we give someone? Notice what Jesus said here in Matthew chapter 18 and verse 22. And Jesus said to him, I do not say to you 7 times, but 77 times. So from this scripture, we can see Jesus wasn't really talking about a literal 77, but basically by the time someone does bad things to you, and if you actually have counted to 77 times, that would mean most people can't. You're not going to sit there and check a list 77 times about how many people transgressed against you. So this was his point, that you forgive indefinitely, no matter what. So another scripture I would like to bring out is in Luke chapter 23 and verse 34. Now keep in mind, whatever has happened to you, is it really as bad as this account where Jesus was able to still show forgiveness? Okay, Luke 23 and verse 34. And Jesus said, Father, you know how I feel about that term, Father. But moving on, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And they cast lots to divide his garments. So even in one of Jesus's worst situations, people mocking him, torturing him, killing him, he still asked the true God to forgive these people who were doing these horrible things to him and taking his physical life. This is the level of forgiveness and love that Jesus had for people. So if we want to follow Jesus's example, wouldn't it be good for us to forgive? Because really, All of these organizations, people, situations, did they really kill you? Did they break you? I know at times it may have felt that way, but guess what? You're still here. You're still standing. That means you're strong. And because you're strong, you are strong enough to forgive those who have done things against you that were not right. I am not ignorant. I know this is one of the most difficult things for humans to do. It really is. Because we feel that we want those who are responsible for the pain and the suffering that we went through to be accountable for that and also be accountable for their actions toward us. But really, you wanting them to have punishment or be accountable is not your job. It's not. Your purpose is to live the best life that you possibly can and be happy. Be happy. Yes. Even with all the negative things that are happening around you. We want to contribute love to this world to overshadow the hate because once we do this, hate no longer has a platform to operate on. We actually become powerful by showing love. Forgiveness equals love. It does. It's not for the person or the organization or the situation that hurt you, it's for yourself. So when you forgive someone, something, the situation, it doesn't mean that you continually put yourself in situations where you're going to get hurt or used or abused again. That's not what forgiveness is. It doesn't mean you put yourself back in that situation because you forgive that person, that organization, whatever it may be. It is showing love to yourself once you forgive to put up and establish healthy boundaries for your own mental, emotional, and even at times your own physical well-being. There's nothing wrong with that. Forgiveness does not mean that you put yourself in the same situation that hurt you. Okay? Hopefully this was clear. Whatever you need to go do to forgive, do it. If it's a person and they are no longer with you, go to their gravesite. Talk to the universe. Yes, I said it. Let the universe know your feelings. Let the universe know that you have forgiven that person and let it go so you are no longer carrying that burden of resentment because that is not good for you. It'll just keep you stuck in a certain place. Okay. I love you all. Mother loves you all so much that I don't even think you could even contemplate how much she loves you. She is working to, fix the situation. And if you've been hurt and you still don't want to believe in the God, that's fine. She still loves you regardless. Okay, take care. Bye.